Yeah, but the winning the trophies, okay, so you can win the Club World Cup, that's great, Sal, but this is a new season. What trophies are you going for this season? I need to know, what trophies are you actually going to bat for?
Well, obviously, ambition is to win everything, but I think realistically, we've got to be looking at one or both of the domestic cups. Like that, and then Champions League, you never know what's going to happen. You know, we're a good cup side, and you get to the knockout stage and you take it from there. But bro, the expectation is to win everything you're in. But for me, we have to get a domestic cup. You know, a league cup is a building on what we've done, but you need more than that.
The title, Charlie.
Well, I think we'll compete, but I don't think we'll win the title this season. No.
What's competing?
We'll finish top 3, and I think we'll push and we'll be there or thereabouts at Christmas and maybe into the new year. But I'm not going to sit here and say that we've got enough to maintain that for the whole season. What I want to see is let's maintain it for more of the season than we did last season. Yes, we've done good business. Yes, we spent a lot of money, but the reality is we're not a better team than Liverpool. We're not a better team than Man City. In a one-off game, we could be. But over 38 games, we don't have that level of consistency. Do I think Chelsea can beat Liverpool in a one-off game? Yes. Can we beat City in a one-off game? Yes. But over 38 games, has this team got the consistency? And we're missing one or two key positions for me to be able to say that. But I think we'll compete. And, you know, one game against Crystal Palace, who, by the way, are a good side. I expected more yesterday. But Wolfie was banging on about context then. I like to apply some context. We've been back in training for 10 days. Okay. These first 2-3 games, these first 2-3 games are going to be. No, we have though. We've been back in training.
Excuses on match day one is wild, bro.
I shouldn't even have to do this, but I feel like I've got to explain myself. We weren't good enough. We didn't play well. That's not up for debate. But we've been back training 10 days. All these teams had proper pre-seasons and all that. I'm not complaining about the Club World Cup than the pre-season.
You are complaining about it because you're making it an excuse. No, you are complaining about it. It shouldn't even be a conversation. That shouldn't even be.
Hold a second. So one draw against Crystal Palace suddenly means we're shocking and we can't do anything this season. Is that what we're doing?
Who said that?
Never said that.
Well, that seems to be the angle we're going at here, is that we've drawn against Crystal Palace.
Title race has got
LB and Potts' opinion. That's LB and Potts' opinion.
We might as well forget the explanation.
That's LB and Potts' opinion before the season started. They had this opinion of Chelsea way before, and you know that. Right, I've already said to you, I've said it to you before, and people didn't agree with me on the panel. You should be fighting for a title.
I think we will. I don't think we're going to win it.
The money that Errol just said that you've spent, which is way more than anybody else, you should be there. And if you're not there, you failed. It's as simple as that.
And they will fail.
You can't go around buying all these players, rebuilding a team 2-3 times over a 3-4 year period and not be there. You have to be there. And I think deep down, Charlie, you know
we
it.
will be there.
Before, you were playing it down, and now you're saying we should be in a title race because deep down, you know you should be. And if you're not,
I've not said that. I've said we should be in a title race.
I know, but
you didn't. You said to be there till December.
That wasn't your initial opinion. Your initial opinion was,
December.
Oh yeah, like Champions League, this, that, and the other. It's only when we pressed you on fighting for a title is that you've agreed with us.
No, but I said that last week. Last week we should be challenging.
Yeah, you just said December. You just said you're playing it till December.
No, I was saying that.
You did then last year, bro.
No, you're just completely. You just tuned in and missed the whole context of what I was saying. I said last season we challenged up until December. We need to do better than that. I wasn't saying, oh yeah, we'll be in it till December and that's fine. No, I'm not saying that. We need to be competing. You know, we've got the quality of squad to be there or thereabouts. Oh, we're not better than Liverpool or City over 38 games. We're not. And whether you think we should be, that's a separate conversation. But I'm not going to sit here and be deluded and say we're better than City, we're better than Liverpool.
Should you be better than City and Liverpool with the amount you've spent? I think that's the real question.
It's about what you spent the money on. It's not about how much money you spend. It's about
City and Liverpool's problem. You spent the money.
No, it's not. But
Arsenal.
But you're making it out as in like, oh, if you spend money, that means you're guaranteed to win. It doesn't work like that.
If I spend $2 billion, I would win the league at a canter.
So the mad thing is, though, yeah, like Arsenal get roasted because they've stuck with Arteta for this amount of time, for 6 years. You just keep rinsing and repeating managers,
and like ducking all the smoke because you're like, oh, we got a new manager, so
we've got the same manager now. We've got the same manager.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you've got the same manager now, and you've spent the bread. It's like, do something with it. It's like that meme where the guys go for the dog. Do something, bro.
We're doing this after one game.
No,
this is what we're doing.
No.
And we're doing this after you said that you're not going to win the league.
So what? So we're not going to. So none of you on this panel expected us to win the league, right? And so then when I say we're not going to win the league, it's then suddenly a problem. So I should be coming here and being deluded and saying we're going to win the league just to please you.
Well, you're the one who comes on here and says champions of the world. Surely champions of England is a lot smaller than the world, bro.
No, mate, don't talk to me about that title. That's the FIFA appointed title, mate.
So being champions of England should be like something you do in your sleep, then.
Mate, that's the FIFA appointed title. That's not. Don't take that up with me. If you've got a problem with that, mate, you can contact FIFA and
no. You're the one saying champion of the world. England is part of that world, isn't it? No, you should be able to conquer that with your eyes closed, bro.
No, mate. I've said that we'll compete. I said that we'll compete. We haven't got enough yet in the quality. We haven't got a top goalkeeper.
How much more do you need to spend, bro, to have enough, man?
We haven't got a top. So none of you say
goalkeepers on your 6 wingers. Why not invest that in the goalkeeper?
Name me the 6 wingers. Name me the 6 wingers we've got.
I'm throwing a number out there. You look at your squad. Look at your squad. Your squad is bigger than probably everyone else's on this panel.
Yes, we've got
a ridiculous amount of money more than anybody else, Charlie, to assemble it. You can't spend that sort of money and then go, oh, but we haven't got a goalkeeper. Oh, but we haven't got a centre back. How many centre backs have you signed over the last 4 years? And now you're moaning that you haven't got a centre back. You can't use it as an excuse, Charlie.
No. This squad is the same size as everybody's got
over the last 4 years. You can't moan about the fact that you haven't got one. You've gone through how many goalkeepers over that time? You can't moan that you haven't got one. You've had the money to do it.
We haven't bought well in goal. That's not my fault. We haven't bought well in goal.
I was getting cut last week then when I said there's no chance Chelsea are going to be in a title race.
But we're talking title. I think we can be in a title race. I don't think we can. We're not going to win it. No.
Title race, man. You in cloud cuckoo?
You know your problem, Charlie. Charlie, do you know what your problem is? You've gone into a car race. You've bought a Formula 1 car. You've lined up against a Nissan Micra, and then you finished second to them, but you're happy you got to the end of the race. Doesn't matter that you're sitting there in an F1 car, man, but you finished second. You're happy about that. Your standards are so pathetic, and you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're trying to take the pressure off your team. You don't want Chelsea in the limelight. You want them to be the underdogs and all this stuff. Bro, this is pathetic. With $2 billion spent.
So you're talking about that spent, right? But then you conveniently ignore all the players that have been sold. You ignore that as well.
Did you spend it or not?
Yes, we've spent that. We've committed to spending that money.
What am I ignoring?
Oh, because that's not. If you want
$2 billion go out of your account,
but money's also come in. So and a lot of it.
Am I lying? Has $2 billion gone out of your account?
Yeah, a technicality, yes.
Okay.
But I'm not getting involved in fucking talking about finances. I don't care about finances.
I know, we know, because you broke the rules.
Is that after one game, we're doing all this.
We're not doing it all, because I told you last week that you weren't going to be in a title race, and people was in the comment section of this slagging me off, saying LB just hates Chelsea. And match day one, you've already dropped points, and you're blaming it on the.
They called you rattled, I think, didn't they?
But that's fine. No, but I don't mind if you guys are entitled to that opinion. That's no problem. But I'm not going to be sitting here after one game of football, 90 minutes into a 38-game season, and say, "Oh, we're suddenly not in a title race now."
But Charlie, you're agreeing with LB. You don't understand you're agreeing.
We are going to hold you to standards this season. So after one game, this is what we're going to do. This is the level of pressure you're going to have applied to you from the.
By the way,
and they do the same to me.
Yeah, but hold on. We're doing this right after one game. Okay, we didn't play well. But this idea that we suddenly can't compete because we didn't play well for in one game is I'm not having that. If it turns out we don't compete,
we're not saying that, Charlie. We're not saying that. Like LB and Potts have said you're not capable of being in a title race, and they're just reaffirming their opinion after your result. The rest of us are saying you should be in a title race, and we're holding you to that, and we're reminding you that you are in a title race. Yeah. So there's two opinions here. Their opinion and our opinion.
But by the way, By the
It's
way,
just a reminder. You should be in the title race.
yeah, I've said that. I've said we should be in a title race, and that is that is exactly what I'm expecting. But we're talking about as if Chelsea dropped points to someone in League Two against Crystal Palace. LB lost to Crystal Palace last time he played them. Errol lost to Crystal Palace last time.
Yeah, we didn't win the league.
But
Charlie, let me just say why, Ro, right? Just really quickly. Now, you know what I'm like. I don't think Arsenal or Chelsea are going to win the title, right? But I've been told by Chelsea, we're definitely finishing above Arsenal. Like, that's some achievement now, by the way. I don't actually care who comes second.
That's not a trophy for me, no.
However, no, of course it's not, right? However, I think what we're doing is there's a lot of heat on Arsenal the weekend. Arsenal picked up 3 points at Old Trafford. Right, Chelsea went at home and drew to Crystal Palace, and no disrespect to D, I think Palace have been unbelievable under Glasgow. But I will say this: I expected Chelsea to win because I was told the Club World Cup 3 points, so that's why the heat's coming. So yeah, it was a drop points to no, wasn't to nobodies because Palace have proven what they can do after we're picking up Community Shield, FA Cup, if you want to call that a trophy or not. Community Shield's up to you guys, but for me, I think that's why the heat's there, right? And I've said to the Chelsea fans, and I hope you don't do this, by the way. But if you went and got a goalkeeper that I thought, decent, couple of centre-halves, and maybe another winger that isn't Garnacho, I might look at Chelsea differently. And I think, if I'm honest, I'm not talking for LB, but, I think he'd probably do the same. I think we would look and go, right, I think Chelsea are pretty much got everything here. But when you say that to some of your fan base, you have a fit. And it's like, I hope you don't go and get those players.
Yeah, I know we're missing players. I mean, I don't know what Don thinks, but we are missing players. We are. We need a goal. We do need a top goalkeeper. Look, Xavi Simons should come in before the window closes. If you add Xavi Simons and Garnacho, I don't want to get into Garnacho. If you add those two to the attack, that's another 2 options which should help you out. If we go for a centre back, if we do get a centre back, if we get those 3 players right, then that does put us in a better position. I'm still confident that we can have a good season. But yeah, look, we need to do some stuff in the last 2 weeks. We need to
win
do
the league with those 3 positions.
Great question. That's a fantastic question.
No, we haven't got a top goalkeeper, and no, you don't win the league without a top goalkeeper.
Then why wouldn't you focus on bringing in a top goalkeeper?
I've been saying it all summer. We had the opportunity to sign Mike Mignan in that window before the Club World Cup. We refused to pay £20 million for him. Wait a sec. So you think you're in a title race this year? But, I think we can compete, yeah.
But if you sign 3 players that go into your starting 11, you still don't think you're going to win the league?
No, I never said that. I said we need those 3 players. If we get those 3 players,
I literally asked you that question.
Well, you mean this season?
No, I mean 2035.
How much longer do you need?
No.
If you get them, if we get those players, we've got a better chance of winning it. Of course, we've got a better chance of winning.
That's not the question. If you get those 3 players, will you win the title?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Do you want me to just sit here and say, "Oh yeah, that'll win us the league"? Yeah, we're going to win the league.
No, because what I think, right? You're saying that you're in a title race, but you don't actually believe that you're in a title race. I think you're just saying that because you need to say it, because otherwise it'd be so ridiculous that you spent nearly £4 billion for you to sit here and say you're not in a title race. And I think we just proved it, because you just said you're going to get 3 extra players. So I've just said to you, okay, you said you was in a title race. You're going to sign 3 players that go into your start 11. Is that enough for you to win the league? And you're still saying no. So I don't think you think you're actually in a title race.
No, but I do think
I've been making the whole time.
I think we can. I think we'll be there. I think we'll be there or thereabouts. We're not going to win the league this season. Of course, we're not. But I think we can.
You won't be within 15 points of the league of the winner.
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. It's one game.
How much more money do you need to spend to be there? How much? Hold
on a second. You spent more money than me this summer,
and I'm happy.
Yeah, mate. Not me.
Yeah. And watch this, Charlie. Errol, are you winning the league this year?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Looks their team's better.
Wow, that was hard. That was hard to get an answer.
What, are we really doing this? That's like me going, "Oh, Wolfie," that's me asking if LB thinks going to win the league, yes, and then asking you, and you're like, "No." It was ridiculous.
If I said to LB, if you get Rodrigo, do you think you win the league?
Yeah, I would say, yeah. I think we're going to win the league anyway.
That was a really long conversation, LB. Why didn't you waffle for 20 minutes before getting to your answer? I don't understand.
They're going from a completely different standpoint.
So
What,
how are you competing
we
with
finished
them
2 points
now?
ahead of you. We finished 2 points ahead of you. We won one.
Yeah,
extra
but your
game
squad is much more ready than ours is. You had a terrible season. That was a good season for us in recent
but the
times,
difference
and you
is,
still beat
my
us.
club, went out there and bought midfielder of the year to Tijani Reinders. Ryan Cherky, absolute baller, and proven. You've gone out and bought Esteval, who looks pretty good, to be fair. Hatto, who probably won't even play, will he? I don't even know if that guy's
he will. He will play. He will play.
And João Pedro. I'm sorry, these players are not going to propel you to the title. Gittins. You bought players yet again to buy cheap and build the value up. I don't think you buy players to actually win Premier Leagues. Otherwise, you would have bought Ekatike. You'd be in there trying to get Isak. You'd be trying to get all these ballers. Instead, you go and buy all these 21-year-olds, man. And you can't even argue with me, bro, because it's facts.
No, we have bought young players. We have. Yeah, no, we have. You can't argue against that. We have bought young players, and we are banking on a lot of potential. And that's the route they decided.
What happens
to go
when
down.
it doesn't come good in 12 months' time, like Nicholas Jackson, and then you want
spend
to
another
them,
2 billion?
But then you can't sell them either, and then you're just going to
keep... No, we can sell them though, Errol. Chelsea have always sold players.
Yeah, all right, but Nicholas Jackson's a bit of an anomaly. I'll grant you that. But what I'm saying is, what happens when you put them on these long-ass contracts? They don't hit the ceiling that you expect from a Chelsea, and then you offload them. All you're doing is bulk buying again.
I agree. And there's
at what point? That's what I'm saying. So at what point does it stop and you become serious enough to be like, right, irrespective of what all the outgoings and all the external noise, he has got a squad that is going to push. Because I think the one thing I overlooked last week when we had the conversation was the fact that he's all going to be in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
He's all going to have the luxury of being able to field a BC team and still have a fresh 11 for the Premier League. You're going to have to juggle that. And at what point does the priority become? We need to go and we spent a lot of money. We've assembled a team. We've got players like Cole Palmer in the prime. We've got other players like, you tell us Caicedo is one of the best midfielders. That you've got in the league. You've got Enzo, a couple of other players, Reece James, the best right back England's ever seen. All of this stuff. At what point does it become good that you then compete and lock off a league title? Because the Chelsea that I knew growing up didn't go 5 years without.
Yep.
Now, I'm not mad at that because, it's allowed me to sneak myself back in the door. But the reality should be that you should be wanting to dislodge Arsenal where they've become in the last couple of years.
Of course we do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't, bro. Shall I give you the perfect example here? I've seen Liverpool fans this summer celebrate Ekatike. I've seen them celebrate Wirtz coming in. I've seen LB going crazy over Reinders coming in. I've seen Dan Potts get goosebumps over Gyökeres. I've seen Chelsea fans, most excitement from this transfer window was selling Madueke to Arsenal. That was your highlight of your transfer window, bro.
No, not for me.
That shows me that you're a business. You're turning into a business, not a football team. You're like, oh, we sold this shitter to Arsenal. Oh, another player gone to Arsenal. Instead of worrying about what's coming through your door, you're more excited about what's leaving there and what the
have we made bad signings this summer?
Yes.
Have you made goosebump signings? As Potts
you've made bad signings. You have made bad signings. You've not made any signings, that are gonna make you go up that league materially. None of them are going to.
But the squad's better than it was last season.
Does Delap win you the league?
Quality players, man. You need quality players.
No, Delap's not going to win you the league. No, not on his own.
Okay. So is Pedro going to win you the league?
He can definitely. I think Pedro's massively underrated.
Win you the league. We're not asking about compete FC, bro. Will he win you the league?
I can't say that in year one, mate. Maybe he might do. Okay. He's got the potential.
Isak joining Liverpool. Does that win Liverpool the league?
Yes, because they've already got the pieces in place. It's a different conversation.
You're literally making my point for me.
You should already have the pieces in place if you're saying you're in a title race.
We do to a certain extent, but we haven't got the quality that Liverpool or City have got.
So you're not in a title race.
There you go. You can't spend.
I think we can compete. But if I look at a Liverpool and look at a City, in a one-off game, as I said, we've got the ability to beat them. But over 38 games, I don't think we've got that level of consistency in this team right now. And the goalkeeper's a problem over a season. But
genuine question: whose squad does cost more to assemble? Yours, or Liverpool? I don't know what the answer is.
Of course you do know what the answer is. What are you talking about? They spent 7 million euros last year. What are you talking about?
All right, yours or City's then?
They spent more than anybody in the world. What are you talking about?
So at what stage? At what stage are they going to be held accountable? Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Everyone's telling me Liverpool spent 600 billion according to Chelsea fans. I don't know.